Good evening everyone and welcome to FPRL, Fair Play Racing League. Tonight we see our Tier 2s go around Spa-Francorchamps for tonight's Tier 2 Belgian Grand Prix. It's the last race of race week 12 of the season. We're getting a bit now further into the second half of the season. Soon we'll be approaching the third quarter stage of the season. As you can see, we've got another full grid tonight. Very good to see again from the drivers, and most of them are full-timers. I think 19 full-timers. We've got one new reserve in, making his debut tonight in the Ferrari, replacing FPR Scotsman. It's Reese N13, so we'll hope that he can have a good race in his debut. Looking dry at the moment out on the track, so yeah, at the moment shouldn't be any rain, but that can always change as we go further through qualifying. So just before the cars come out onto the grid, we'll just introduce ourselves as usual. So I'm the main comms tonight for you, Monkey Boy Kurt, and alongside me again tonight, like last time I was doing comms, it's Revengezilla. How are we, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate, and I think we're in for another good one tonight. We've had 3 or 4 really solid races in a row for Tier 3, and as you said, it's great to see as many full-time drivers in as possible, because it is hotting up in this championship, and we're well into the second half of the season now, so it's really about consistency, and you know, missing races here and there can be really detrimental to some of these championships for these drivers.
That's it, yeah. And so we'll just go on to, as the drivers are on there for outlaps, the current standings for Tier 2. So there's not been a lot of change at the top in terms of positions for the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks. It's still Mag User in the Red Bull that's leading the way on 138 points, but it's now this man here in the McLaren Groundsy that is managed to get himself up into second place in the championship now. He's on 120, so he's 18 behind Mag User. So potentially, if Mag User has a bad race and Groundsy has a good one and finishes within the first 2 positions, he could get right back in there with him, potentially be level or even go ahead, but Mag User will obviously have to have a bad race or a DNF. Coming now then to first flying lap, it's going to be Tank Delay, who is also up there in the standings. Hasn't raced, I don't believe, last week or the week before, but he will be hoping to have another good result today, as he's also up there in contention for the championship. Zilla, do you want to go around with him on this first flying lap?
Yeah, of course. It's yeah, as you said, he's definitely up there towards the top of this championship. I know he's missed a few races here and there as Tate the Late, but when he has raced, he's always got race pace to rival anyone in this tier. And just 26 points off the top of the standings, so I think especially with the few slip-ups we've had from Mag User in the recent weeks, the likes of Groundsy and Henkers have definitely closed that gap towards the top. But yeah, as you said, Tate the Late is our first driver round on a hot lap this evening, and it looks like so far he's just trying to get a clean one in. It doesn't look like he's pushing the car too hard. It looks like he is just looking to set a representative time that he can build on throughout qualifying. If I know Tate Delay, his Q1 strategy is always stick it in the top 3 positions in the first run, and then for some reason go out on a fresh set right at the end of Q1 and use an extra set of tyres. I've never understood why he does it, but he always seems to be up the top near the end of qualifying, so who am I to question it? But as he's the first man round, he is purple for Sector 2. It looks like a pretty clean lap overall, and he's going to come up to the bus stop chicane now to finish the lap, and we'll see whereabouts that leaves him. We saw a full Inters qualifying session last night, so we're not too sure exactly where the pace is and what would be a decent enough lap to get you through Q1 in this session, but I think a 43.9 is a very solid lap time indeed, and I'm sure Taint Late will be reasonably content with that as a first effort.
Yeah, I think so. 43.9 in the first, certainly qualifying 1. I'd definitely say that's a good lap to put in first, but there we go. Twins goes with a 43.7 and Groundsy goes even quicker with a 43.4, so the time's starting to come a little bit even down. I think Groundsy there in the first part of qualifying, that's a fantastic time. It's only going to get quicker as he goes on, so possibly on for a potential pole there with an early time like that. Obviously we've still got all of the other regulars that are normally up there in the likes of Mag User, Eagles up there sometimes in the qualifying. He's a good qualifier. We saw Henkers as well, is also sometimes up there, and Cross Kerry also can be when he's on a bit of form. He's had a bit unlucky, it should be said, the last couple of races, but hopefully he can have a good one tonight as well. And so I think it's Dobby Knox. Yeah, he is now full time in the Haas, and he goes third with a 43.9 as well. So yeah, good times there coming in. It looks pretty close between the drivers at the moment. And Stiffmeister 43.3 as well. So I think it's going to be, once again, as it always is in Tier 2, a pretty tight qualifying session. We might actually see a little bit more gap between the drivers, because this is the longest lap on the calendar, but I still think it will be tight as ever. Have you got anyone at the moment you want to pick for potential pole, Zilla?
It's a good question. I've not had the chance. I've been quite busy at work this week. I've not had a chance to look at time trials at all. Normally that gives me a good idea with having most of these guys on my friends list of who's got that pace over one lap. I've not had a chance to look through it, but we have our normal culprits that are near the top at the end of the qualifying session, so your likes of Groundsy and Mag User. Often IFC Pines as well likes to be at the top if he doesn't bottle it. But maybe we'll see the likes of Johnny Vane up there. Obviously he's returned this week. Obviously he's had his injury and he's come back sooner than expected, which is nice to see. And from that lap he's set at the 43.4. Looks like he's straight back on the ball. And speaking of the fraud.
Oh no, he's done it. He's only done it.
Where's he binned it? How's he binned it? What? Get on board with Johnny Vane now. Wow, how's he been? How's what?
Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not even going to ask. Anyway, yeah. Oh, that's the first curse of the evening.
Oh, someone else's round. I think was it Cruiser?
Was he just letting someone by?
Oh, might have been.
I think he was just letting.
Stops for quite a while.
I think he was just letting Josh Lemeister by.
Yeah. So we'll go on board then with another driver that hasn't set a lap. He's just coming to start it now. He's just coming down towards En Rouge. It's TJ as he goes now up En Rouge and out then towards Radion. Not through there too badly. Now gets the DRS on. We have a good idea now of what he's using on his wings by the amount of speed he can get here. So yeah, he looks like to be using quite regular sort of around an average kind of wing, maybe a 6.6 or a 5.6, going by the speed he's done through there. Goes through Lecomo K, and he's invalidated there unfortunately on the right hander, gone a bit too wide, and he'll have to go round again. A few more times that have come in then, so we've got Lemon, yes, he's gone into fourth for 43.5. Dobby Knox has gone a bit further up, he's 43.6, and Silverside Boy's gone through earlier on with a 43.7.
Sorry to interrupt, whilst you've been running through there's been a handful of drivers in the gravel and making mistakes. We've had Johnny Vane, Dobby No Kills, we've had Cruiser, and there was one more as well which I can't quite remember, but throughout that middle sector and towards the third sector there was a lot of drivers in the gravel.
Oh, and Gregors.
That's
another one.
Yeah, that's the second casualty.
Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's just going to be the usual. Up En Rouge and just lost it. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the chat,
the graveyard of many.
Yeah, literally. was quite a few last night in Tier 1. Obviously, we had wet qualifying last night. It did catch out quite a few people, that corner, especially where everyone trying to push for the fastest lap they could put in. In the chat then, Ali says, good evening to all. Last night's race winner. Good evening to you, mate. I'm not going to say too much about the one interesting line you were taking last night. That's all I'm going to say. Good evening to you, mate. Actually, where Henkers is right now, actually. We'll stay on board with Henkers as he comes around. He's not set the best lap. I don't think that he would have, for him anyway, with a 44.2. So we'll stay with him as he comes up to the last part. Oh, cross Curry's left. You just bang him an invite, if that's all right, Zilla. And so then he goes through sector 2. It's a 15.3. He's 2 temps up. It's going to put him at the moment only around 9th, 10th place. So maybe he had a bad last sector. We'll see if he improves now even further as he comes to the bus stop chicane, the final 2 corners. And he's hit the apex perfectly there. And he just needs to get on the throttle and not lose the back end as he comes to the line. 43.8. I still think Henkers can do a lot better with that. I think himself will probably be a bit disappointed with that time. I think he'd be hoping to be a lot nearer the front, but there's still 6 minutes left in this session, so you can come round and get out for another run. So looking at Reese, yeah, the new guy. He's at the moment it's on the 44.4, probably just seen himself in. This is his first race, but he'll have time to get round and go for another one. So yeah, Hines and Gregor's out, and as I say that, our championship leader Mag User once again, Zilla, proving why he is up there with a 33.1, 33.2,
yeah,
43.2.
Really solid lap time, that one from Mag User, but there's just under 6 minutes to go here, and we've still got 3 drivers yet to set a lap. Josh Lemeister, who's really come into form in the last couple of weeks, has I've been very impressed with him, I must say, and he'll be looking to extend his run of good form tonight. Obviously not set a lap just yet, but he is on an outlap on a new set of tyres, so we will see as he takes a slightly unconventional line through No Name into Puon on his outlap, getting those tyres nice and hot, I think, by the looks of that. And yeah, we'll see what he can do when he comes around for his lap. Other driver not to set a time so far is TJM, but just look how close we are at the minute. The longest track on the calendar, and we've got 1.4 seconds. We'll call it 1.3 if we're saying Mag User's on a 43.2. Yeah, between the top 16, that is ridiculously close so far.
Yeah, I know, and obviously the drivers all know as well that only 3 of them can go out now because we've had 2 retirees. So will some of them around, say, maybe Henkers Biddle decide to retire and save a set of tyres? Maybe, but I don't think I'd gamble just yet on that. Like we say, the grid's extremely tight and anything can happen still. We'll ride on board then with Josh Lemeister as he goes round on his first flying lap, and he's only got 4 minutes left, so he's got to make sure he doesn't invalidate here, because if he does, that could be over for him, just like that. He comes up en rouge, and yeah, takes that pretty much flat out. We've got a yellow, someone's slowing down, so he comes down the Kemmel Straight then, reaching speeds of around 202, 203 miles an hour, brakes around the 50-metre board for Lacombe. Don't hit that curb because it will just throw you around into that barrier. Goes round well there, the left and right-hander. Now you've got this downhill right-hander now, which if you brake a bit too late, you can really offset the car, but he's done it pretty well there. And comes around now towards one of the trickiest corners on the track, which is Puon. If you hit the curb on the left-hand side here, that's basically lights out and good night, because you'll be in that barrier. But he's gone round there okay. Now it's to the right and then to the left towards the end of Sector 2. And we're going to see that split time now, what he's on. And and he's gone through the 14.8. It's not too bad actually from Josh Lemeister. I believe at the moment that's going to put him around the top 5. As now he comes towards the end part of the lap, I think we've got another spinner, and either Reese or Cruiser at En Rouge there that are just going slow. But he comes now down to the bus stop chicane, brakes at the 100-metre board, gets tight on that right-hand air picks, then again on the left, loses the back end slightly, but he keeps it together. Across the line he goes, Josh Lemeister. It's a 43.5 basically, 43.499, and that's 6th place for him. He will be into Q2.
Yeah, very, very solid there from both Aston Martin drivers. Looks like they are safely through, but with 2 minutes and 20 to go, TJM yet to set a time. He is currently on a lap, so I'm going to go on board with him and take you viewers through the rest of the lap from TJM. So far so good as he begins sector 2, probably from my opinion the trickiest sector of the circuit. It's really, really technical, mixture of low speed and high speed long corners, all relying mostly on front traction. He's coming through the fast right left at the end of the second sector, and it looks like it's been pretty solid so far from TJM. This double right-hander is easy to go wide and understeer, and likely with this right-hander very, very easy to understeer towards that wall, but he takes it nicely, and he is flat out now towards the bus stop chicane. He's going to need, I mean, looking at the timing screens, he's going to really want to be in the 43s if he's got a chance to be through. I mean, he will have time for one more push lap if he needs it, but hopefully for TJM this will be enough. It doesn't look like it's going to be a 43, and it's not enough. He's going to have to go again.
Yeah, no, I saw that. It's sector 2 times a 15.8, and then yeah, as soon as I saw that, I thought, no, it's not going to be quick enough here, and it only puts him 18th for the moment. So he's really got to get this lap in now. We're going to see some other drivers coming across. Reese is on his last flying lap. Cross Kerry as well on his last flying lap. Everyone's starting to come through now onto their last laps then. So we've got on the pits there.
We've got fish sticks on the bubble here. He's
someone's off at Pouon. I don't know who it is.
Silverside boy. It's Gary.
Oh, it is. Oh,
yeah,
Gary.
Fish, as I say, Fish Sticks is on the bubble. I believe he has just invalidated, so that is it for qualifying from Fish Sticks. He's going to hope that the likes of Cross Crew, Reese and TJM don't improve, which seems unlikely as all 3 drivers currently on a hot lap. The first one that will come across the line, I mean, they're all going to come across the line within 10 seconds of each other, but the first one will be TJM, so we'll keep an eye on the sector times. The understeers really, really badly on that left-hander, but he takes the first of the right-hander as well, and we'll have a look, and he's 3/10 up, but
he's lost it. He lost it.
Oh, that's a big accident.
He's lost it there.
But okay, we'll go back on board with Reese, who's a 10.5 up. TJM's going, didn't think he was going to get out of the way. But Crosscarry's invalidated, so Crosscarry is out of qualifying, so it's all down to Reese then to see if he can punish Fish Sticks for that invalidation on his lap. He was only a 10.5 up, which looking at it is not going to be enough. He needs 4/10. What's it going to be?
He might do it. I think he's got a good last sector.
He
has.
Fish Sticks, Crosscarry and TJM join the crashers of Pines and Gregors.
Oh dear. Well, I said I wasn't going to curse TJ tonight, and well,
you absolutely
give me a chance.
You absolutely
give me a chance.
Well, I'd say P18 is pretty cursed.
I didn't say he was going to have a good one though.
But yeah, look at that. We've got one and a half. Well, not even 1.5 seconds. We got about 1.3 seconds covering the field in Tier 2. It looks like, you know, moving on throughout this qualifying session, it is going to be mightily, mightily close.
Yeah, definitely. Just to update the viewers, we were watching those guys that were in the drop zone. Also, Henkers came through, put in a bit more of a respectable time that I think he'd be proud of. It was a 43.4, put himself up into 3rd place. But yeah, Reese with that fantastic last sector, it has to be said, because like you said, it was only a 10th.
Yeah, it was only a 10.5 up. So he must have gained about 2 to 3 tenths on his own time.
Yeah, he's in the
that
chat
last
now,
setup.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the chat now, so he had to use 2 sets of softs, so that is 2 sets gone, but at least he's a bit further up the grid. TJ with a very very big expletive in capital letters in the chat.
Reese, I will say, my friend, using 2 sets of softs to get through is not a bad thing. Getting knocked out in Q1 is bad, and obviously it is your first race with us tonight, so get yourself settled in nicely. It's a good lap time. You're only 6.5 tenths off the fastest so far, so if it takes 2 sets of tyres, it takes 2 sets of tyres. But any surprises there, Monkey Boy? I think Crosscarry for me is a bit of a surprise. Crosscarry has been quite a solid qualifier.
I think Crosscarry and Fishdix, and Fishdix normally gets out of Q1. Sometimes he gets in Q3, but he's normally one of the drivers that tries to get through on the medium, so sometimes slips into the 11th to 15th and goes out in Q2. But he definitely won't be happy with a 16th on the grid. But I definitely think the biggest shot there is Crosscarry. He definitely had, he's got the potential to be up with the top 5, top 6. Just going on.
Just going to go for a wee quickly whilst this qualifying session starts.
No worries, mate. Just going on a few more messages in the chat. Lemon says, "Hey guys, how are we all doing?" Yeah, we're all doing all good, mate. And you did quite a good first lap there in Q1. Put yourself at 8th place, so good form there to potentially get into Q3. Iron Jaw with Mag User is not human. Let's go, champ. Yeah, with a time like that in Tier 2, I think maybe Mag User's gonna have to be racing on Thursdays next season. We'll have to wait and see about that though. Ali has highlighted his message. Silverside's going to win. Well, he's put some pressure on Gary now. Don't know if Gary's going to want that pressure, but who knows? Gary might have a very good race. Up the cruiser. Come on, Ferrari, says Zilla from the comms box. You can't be biased like that, Zilla. You're in the comms box now. Oh dear. Reese, I gained 2 attempts through the bus stop, as on my first lap I took too much curb on the right. Oh, okay, then so you lost your time through the last sector then. So, well, let's see if you can have another good lap here in Q2 and get yourself through into Q3. We're going to bring up quickly the tyres that people are on. And there we go then. So, as we can see, a bit of a mixture there. We've got just over majority on the mediums, but some of them just going out on the softs, thinking that that's the best tyre start the race on. But we've got, like I say, a lot of the drivers going out on the medium tyres.
Anyone binned it yet?
No one's binned it yet on the outlap, mate, but we've got Gary here about to start the first flying lap of Q2, so who knows?
He's going off the boil into Eau Rouge, definitely.
Oh, Stiff Marty just left the session, mate. Yep, cheers, buddy. Right, so then we'll go on board then with Silverside Boy, who starts off the first flying lap of Q2 as he comes down towards Eau Rouge. Oh, just about invalidate there, but he gets the DRS open and comes down now the Kemmel straight up to Lacombe. Now he's got I could see he turned in a bit too early there and got a bit too much on the curb there as well. Almost lost it.
The
but
rear
he keeps
didn't
it
like
together.
that.
Yeah, it did not. He almost went round, but he comes round now. A long hairpin here. Back towards the left. He's getting very much on these curbs, his Silverside Boy. He's got to be careful he doesn't spin it. And here's the corner you can spin it the most at, is Pouon. Gets close to the curb, goes round, it's okay.
Very tidy Pouon there from Silverside Boy. As he, this is the crucial part of the lap now. This is where the tyres start to overheat, and it is really, where you do start to understeer because of that overheating. But it looks like on the medium tyres, which are, I will say, quite a significant time delta between that and the soft. I'd like to think there's not going to be many drivers going through on the mediums this qualifying session, but there's always some that surprise us, and Silverside boy is definitely full of surprises. So we'll see what he can. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to have to be low 44s to have any chance of going through on the mediums.
44.8, and yeah. I don't know if that'd be the fastest one. Grounds is going again. He's invalidated. Here comes Taint Delay. He's on the softs and he's gone with a 44.0. I don't know if that was maybe he's made a mistake on those softs, or that is actually him on mediums and the game's just messing with us, because I know it sometimes does that.
We'll never know. But Twins does a 44.4 on mediums. That's more like it.
Yeah, we've got some more drivers coming around now. I believe next is Lemon on the soft tyre, and he's got out of there quite well. 43.6 puts himself into provisional pole for Q2 currently. A few more coming across, and Biddle there on the softs as well goes through with a 43.5, outdoes Lemon by about a tenth and a half.
Yeah, Lemming, not normally one of our stronger qualifiers, always really good in the early laps of the race. I always see him on the position changes chart, always plus 6 or 7 positions after a couple of laps. But if he can just sort that qualifying out like he seems to be doing tonight, he can really put himself in a good position come the race. And yeah, as I said, he's up in P2 at the minute, and he's going to be happy with a 43.6.
Will be, as Ginu Vane comes across the line with a 2:03, which is not a respectable time, so he will go around again. I'm getting slagged off in the chat by Locker's Mrs. Zilla.
Oh, any particular reason, or just because you're
Locker's better on comms.
Locker's better on comms. Well, if he shows up, yeah.
Well, okay, I'll take it on board, Mrs. Locker. And
Mrs. Locker, if you're still here, has he taken his card out with him tonight, or have you got to pay for all the drinks? Anyway,
as Reese comes round the bus stop chicane on his medium tyres, he goes towards the line. And he's a 45.0. Sorry, I've just got my eyes on this chat. By the way, that was a pissed up Locker from the pub.
Oh, of course it was.
Oh, yeah. I hope the pub's got Wi-Fi. You're not wasting your missus's data.
Oh, he's definitely got hotspot off his missus's locker. Scavenging bastard. Right. The only driver, to me, Monkey Boy, who looks safe on these... Well, I don't even know if I'd say safe, but Henker's on a 44.1, Groundsy on a 44.2. I think a lot of these drivers are going to put the softs on, and Groundsy has a little spin at poo on.
Oh, he does.
He did very well not to end up in the wall there.
Yeah,
very well.
Spun on the poo.
He did.
Spun on the poo.
He did. The back end did not like the poo.
Right, so we've got 3 drivers then left to set their first flying laps. It's Mag User, Stiffmeister and Josh Lemeister. The first one's going to be Mag User, so we'll go around with him and see what his split time's going to be for Sector 2. Yeah, just to quickly point out what you said, Zilla, yeah, 44.1 is the best at the moment from Henkers on the mediums. And yeah, I think everyone was knocked out who did a 44.1 in Q1, so I would expect everyone now to get on the softs. I'm not sure they'll be safe on those mediums, but anyway, Mag User now comes round to the bus stop chicane then, and takes the right hander, now the left, gets to get tight on the apex and on the throttle, don't lose the back end, he goes towards the line. It's a 43.9, now goes even quicker on those mediums, so potentially maybe that might be enough, as Stiffmeister looks like he has gone off somewhere. Yeah, 2:01, so he will not have respectable time there. He'll have to go around again or come in for a set of softs to get himself into Q3. Josh Lemeister, Zilla, the last driver to set a flying lap.
Yeah, Josh Lemeister is, as you said, the last one to set a flying lap, but he is coming into the bus stop now. Hits the apex nicely on both the right and the left, gets the power down without too much movement in the back end, and it's going to be a 44.4, so it's not going to be enough. I don't know about you, Monkey Boy. Obviously, we have just seen Mag User come across and do a 43.9 on mediums, which I have to say is pretty solid, but will it be enough? We've seen all but 2 of these drivers do a 1 minute 43 in Q1 on the softs. So I'd like to say that all of these drivers have the potential to go faster than what Magusa has just done on the mediums. So it'll be interesting to see who bites the bullet and goes for the softs, and who just thinks about the race strategy and wants those mediums.
Yeah, well, I've seen in previous races in this Tier 2 that Magusa can be sitting 4th now, but if all these guys get round with a valid lap, they will probably knock him down to 11th or lower. So I think what he'll probably do, he's probably just going to sit in the pits for 2.5 minutes, see what these drivers are out there currently do, and then probably judge it from there. But I would say everyone here has got to go out on a set of softs. I can't see really anyone getting through comfortably anyway. Stiffmeister comes through a 44.2. Yeah, even that's 7th. 4 people go quicker on softs, and that's it. Basically, you're out. So I do think, it's going to have to be soft tyres here.
Just had some interesting information. So the start of the race apparently is showing a rain cloud, but with 21% chance of rain.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if that means it's raining or it's not, because it's 21% chance, but it is showing a rain cloud on that segment of time. So
that's interesting. That is very interesting. I mean, I'm just going to quickly. I just watched grounds on outlap, so I'm just going to quickly bring up the settings, because the weather is on approximate. Yes. So.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I've just watched. I've seen the information. It doesn't look like it's going to rain. If there is any rain, it's going to be right at the start of the race, and it's going to dry out. I think we won't be seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's on approximate weather.
Lemming is in the chat confirming it. So, but the fact we're seeing people go out on the mediums would suggest the start of the race is probably dry.
Here comes Taint Delated on those new set of softs, the 43.2. That's surely now going to put him through to Q3.
Yeah, it's a cracking lap time.
And Biddle's already retired. So he just thinks he's through. I mean, I would be very surprised if everyone went faster than Biddle. So yeah, I think he is through. But as we now come, Stiffmeister's going to go. No, he's not. He's going to come into the pits.
Yeah, as I said, all of these drivers have it in them to get in the 43s. So I'll be interested to know if Magusa stays in the pits or not. He is probably the only one that I'd say who has a decent chance of getting through this qualifying session on the mediums. So it'd be interesting to see whether he comes out the pits and decides later on whether he completes a lap or not, or whether he will just take that risk and stay in the pits. But it looks like with 2 minutes 44 to go and he's still in the pit lane, it looks like he might be gambling.
Yeah, well, I can tell you now, Zilla, one person that's going to be out of qualifying, that is this man here, Josh Lemeister. Unless he can improve here, he's not. He's going into the pits and he will not have enough time to get back out. So that is his qualifying done. Groundsy then comes around the last corner on these new softs. What can he put in? So 43.1, he goes ahead of Tank Delate by 50 thousandths, so that's going to put him through. Pushes Magusa down to 6th, and Magusa is still in the pit lane. So is Lemon, so is Dobinok, and so is Stiffmeister. Are these guys going to come out? It's very interesting. I think Dobinok is just coming out now, so... but I don't think Magusa is coming out. Oh no, he's in the pit lane now, so it's going to be tight.
Yeah, he's going to just about have the time to get round. One driver I am looking at who's... I will just touch quickly on it's really disappointing for Josh Lemeister, as I kind of jinxed him saying that he's having some really, really good form, but as it stands, he's on strategic pole, so it could be worse. But one driver I want to take a look at quickly is Silverside Boy. He's invalidated his first run on these new softs, but he is going again. And currently sitting in P14 on a 44.8. I'm sure he's going to be looking to make some big improvements on that lap time. And at the minute, the boundary is
what a lap from Eagle!
Yeah, at the minute, the boundary is it's been moved to a 44.3. with Eagle going up to P1, pushing Twins down into the drop zone. So everyone from 5th downwards on an outlap. Only Taint Delay and Biddle decided not to come out. Josh Lemeister is on an outlap, we will say, but I don't think he has the time to get round. As,
I believe
Twins has had a big off. Yeah. He's had a big off at P1, so that will be the end of Twins. As he does have to, he does have to wait for the other drivers to get through. So, really disappointing for him. Silverside Boy coming through the bus stop. He's 1.2 up on his time, so he's looking at about a 43.5 here. He comes across the line, 43.3. Really good lap time there on a second lap on those tyres.
Twins has been disqualified. He's been sat there too long, facing the wrong way, I think.
He's lost 4 positions there because of that disqualification. Oh dear. I'm not sure if that'll also send it to the back of the grid.
Well, that's it. The people are out on outlaps, but that is it. The time is gone. So Stiffmeister is 10th, and Josh Lemeister did go out again, but he will be out. He is in 12th at the moment as it stands. So here is now Reese. He comes across the line then. It is a 43.6, puts him up into 7th place. Good lap from him there.
Great lap. And, now can the other Ferrari
Cruiser,
come on, the Ferrari
coming now, going through the bus stop as he goes towards a line. It's a 43.8, puts him 9th. It's going to be very tight there.
Championship leader Magusa in trouble. Henker's also in the championship fight, also in trouble, but Henker's coming towards the bus stop now. It's half a second up on the Delta. So as long as he can have a decent bus stop chicane here, it should see him move Magusa into the drop zone. Magusa is currently in the drop zone as Johnny Vane, as you said, just moves up. We've also got Dobby No Kills coming round towards the bus stop now. He's 2/10 up on his time as he drops down to P10 with Henkers moving up. So really, it's all eyes after Dobby No Kills on Magusa. As that's it. So Reese is now down into the danger zone, and this could be disaster for Ferrari, I should say. As Magusa, the championship leader, comes round the bus stop now, and barring any huge mistakes, which there isn't any, it's going to set 42.7. Talk about delivering when the pressure's on. What a lap time that is from Magusa. And that unfortunately has taken both Ferraris and both Aston Martins out of qualifying.
Well, to be fair, I said that Biddle retired from
we
first.
thought he was safe, and it was close.
Very close indeed, and that is just why I keep saying it over and over again every week. But how tight this tier 2 grid is, it's just
it'd be tight without Magusa.
Well,
yeah, and as we thought, nobody gets through on the mediums.
Yeah, no. So then we'll go down then. The 5 that are out. Twins unfortunately disqualifies himself for being the wrong way for too long at the end of Puon, so he will start P15. Josh Lemeister P14, Stiffmeister P13. The 2 Aston Martins alongside each other. They'll have the choice of tyre, and then it's the 2 Ferraris of Cruiser and Reese. Reese did a good lap there in Q3, but it was just not enough to get himself in. He misses out by just actually seeing that there's a he missed out by 1,000th to Lemon, who pips him into Q3. But he has the tactical pole.
I think if you were him, if I was him as well, I'd rather be 11th, I think, than just about scrape through and get 10th and start on softs that are used. I think he can take some positives out of that for sure.
He can. Well, I mean, Lemon has saved a set of tyres, which is interesting. So he didn't go out on another run at the end. He just about got in. So I guess that's a little bonus for the race if there's a safety car potentially, and he can have another fresh set of tyres for himself to use.
Well, it'd be interesting to see here who has the most amount of fresh sets of tyres, because we've seen pretty much everyone that got through to this session used a set of softs in Q2, So if they had to use multiple sets of softs in either session of Q1 and Q2, they will not have the amount of fresh tyres that other people may have. And first out on track, Eager Beaver, Dobby No Kills, followed closely by Silverside Boy. It's a very, very stacked Q3, this one. We've got all 5 of our championship contenders in this session. I mean, is it really disappointed from the final session from the Aston Martins of Stiffmeister and Joshua Meister? I definitely thought them two would be up there, but if you guys in the chat could let us know who your guess is for pole, and we'll make it interesting. You're not allowed to say mag user, so if you guys in the chat could let us know who you think will be on pole. If you say mag user, you're a fraud and or boring.
Or we do another one. We say, who do you think's going to be second?
Okay, who do we think is going to be second?
Because that's a bit harder to judge, I think.
Get your votes in for second, everyone. I'm gonna go.
Quickly then.
I'm gonna go Henkers.
Henkers for second. I don't know. Eagle did a good lap, to be fair.
He
on
did.
That,
he
in
did.
Q2.
That's a very good shout.
Potentially, I'm gonna stick it on Eagle quickly. Then before we start these flying laps, then quick messages in the chat. Then.
It's all waffle.
Tier 1 surely. 1,000th crying emoji for Reese. And Twins is going groundsy for second. So interesting to see. So Dobby Knox then is the first driver that's going to be setting a flying lap in Q3.
Twins has gone groundsy for P2. Snedden's gone tank for P2. And Will, I can't remember what your gamer tag is, but Will has gone with Eagle for P2.
I think that's Willy Bum.
If that's Willy Bum's got Eagle. TS9's going tank to late P2. So got a pretty mixed bag for guesses here. I mean, we've talked about Eagle in the previous session. He's had a disappointing season so far in terms of race results, but he's just recently seems to just be turning it up a notch, grabbing a podium in here and there, and he's certainly. He wouldn't be your championship favourite, but with 8 or so races to go, it looks like Eagle is definitely going to be taking a charge towards the top of the standings, and that journey towards the top will continue today, and he will be looking for a really good qualifying to set up what should be a really interesting race. I mean, all 10 of these drivers are going to be starting on the softs, so track position in this qualifying session is going to be absolutely everything, and it's about who's going to risk it the most.
As we come now then, Dobby Knox is coming round the final corner to set the first flying laps of 44.4. That is not going to be near the front, unfortunately, but Silverside Boy comes through. 43.1, that's a good lap from him. Now Tank Lake comes into the pit enough, so maybe he's made a mistake there. Wants to get on a fresh set of tyres. Mag User comes through a 42.9.
Oh, get in tier 1, you dirty fraud.
Piddle comes through with a 43.8, puts himself into third place. He can probably do a little bit better than that.
Tell you
as well.
what a lap from Silverside Boy. We talk about Mag User with an amazing lap. What a lap that is from Silverside Boy. I'm sure he'll be really happy with that one. 43.145, I believe, is our second fastest time outside of what Mag User can do that we've seen in this qualifying.
Well, he's gone faster than Henkers at the moment, who's normally up there. Henkers goes through with a 43.4. So
no guesses in the chat for Silverside Boy.
Gary, a Silverside Boy there, fantastic lap, and could this be a front row start for Mr. Silverside Boy?
Yeah, he's definitely doing a Grosjean in turn 1 though. Just going to flying over the roof of a Mag User.
So then, as we have that first set of flying laps, we've just got.
Is anyone else on a push
around
lap?
Again. I don't think. Well, Groundsy might be, but he did validate his first one. But yeah, Mag User takes provisional pole at the moment. Silverside Boy second and Henkers third. Vane, to be honest, I think fourth downwards can all improve. Really.
Absolutely.
they're all doing better laps than that in Q2. So I wouldn't say this is the final grid yet by a long shot, but I'm just going to see if Groundsy is on another flying lap. He's coming up now towards the bus stop chicane. Yeah, I think he is on another flyer as he comes now down towards the bus stop. Takes that curb well. Oh, and he's lagging everywhere. That's on my screen then. But he comes across the line and he puts himself third. It has to be said actually, while we were looking at Groundsy, the Biddle's gone into second and he's done a 43.0 as well.
On the second lap of the tyres. What a time that is. Very interesting. That sort of has blown the door wide open, really, with a tenth and a half between first and fourth. Maybe this qualifying session wasn't as much of a formality as we thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't write off Taint yet as well. I mean, he's got the potential to really put a good lap in.
If anyone in the chat wants to rescind their vote for P2 and we'll have a different vote. One answer, I want a yes or a no. Will Mag User bottle it? Because it seems like it's pole to lose. Will he bottle? I mean, in 2 of the last 3 races, he's managed to bottle the win that was absolutely in his hands. So it'll be interesting to see if the pressure is just getting to him. Twins has gone yes. TS9's gone no.
Well,
twins
finding out.
Right, take the latest straight back out. He's the only one not to set a lap, and he's not messing about. He needs to get a lap in. Snedden said it's in the bag. I mean, don't look in the bag to me. There's only 300ths between him and his teammate Biddle.
It's just too tight. I mean, I'm just going to quickly bring. We can obviously see the best, but the intervals quickly. The gap to the lead here, 34 thousandths, and you got a tenth and a bit to Groundsy, almost 2 tenths to Silverside Boy, and then I think, to be honest, everyone else hasn't done their best lap yet. So I don't know who's going to get pole yet. As you get into Q3 as well, the drivers get a much more better feel of the track, and they're always the times start to get quicker. So it's not over yet. But here comes Taint Delay carrying around Pouon. He's still got to set a lap yet, but this will be, along with his next lap that he sets, this will be his only 2 laps that he's going to get, because I think he probably invalidated on the first run. But as he now comes towards the end of Sector 2, we'll see what his split time is. In the 14s, he'll hope. It's a 14.5. It should put him up around, I would say, in between Silverside Boy and Henkers with a time like that. But as he now comes towards the end part of the lap and up towards now the bus stop, will he get himself up there in that top 3 or even the pole? He's got to have a good last sector, I think, to be anywhere near Mag User. But here he comes then, 41, 42, and just goes in behind Biddle and splits Biddle and Groundsy. It's a 43.053. It's so tight over the longest lap of the season, and it's still this tight at the top of Tier 2. Fantastic.
Yeah, as you said, it's ridiculous. A tenth and a half between the top 5, and as you said, from 6th down, have definitely got it in them to improve. So we could see majority of these drivers get into the low 43s, but it's a case of who's got that extra bit in the locker for their lap to get into the 42s and challenge Mag User for the pole.
Interesting there, Silverside Boy taking a very wide line through turn 2. Normally you want to take as much narrow line as possible to cut out as much of the track, but it can be little thousandths like that, especially in this division, that can determine where you, like 2 or 3 positions where you start on the grid. But he's 48 thousandths up through the first sector, but he goes and invalidates. Oh, Silverside Boy. He's going to have one more shot at it, though. He will have one more shot at it.
He's definitely trying to extract every last bit of time out of the lap. I mean, he's already set a 43.1, so to get an improvement out of that is going to require pushing the track to the limits. And yeah, he's just gone slightly over the limit on that one, but coming around the final corner now. Tank Delay does have enough fuel and DRS to go for one more. So one more he will go for. Henke's also on an outlap. Sitting in behind him is Biddle. Maybe looking for a little bit of a tow.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, it's interesting to see there. The first guy that's going to come around that's on a flying lap then at the moment is going to be Eagle. Is it Genuvain? No, it's Eagle.
It's Eagle.
It's Eagle that's going to be coming around with the final first flying lap at the moment. He will have another go at it if he's got enough fuel as well. But 44.0 the first lap. That's not his best, and he comes round now the final corners, and it looks a lot quicker than a 44. And he comes across the line, it's a 43.1, puts him into 5th place. And now Genuvain comes along, he's up as well, 43.3, only puts him 7th, even with a 43.3, only 7th. How tight is this grid? Groundsy now coming on to his flying lap. So then, for the people then, Lemon, that he won't have enough time, he's gone out too late. He did this in the last oh no, he didn't. That was Josh Lemaitre.
He's going to have to full send the chicane. Oh, taint Delate's gone off at P1. That's the end of his qualifying. But I'm sure he'll be happy. I'm sure he'll be happy with that low 43.
Yeah. Dobby Knox is in the pits.
Ooh,
so
Henke's also
10th.
having a spin.
Oh, so Henke's and Tank Delate will not improve then. Lemon then will be 9th. Dobby Knox will be 10th. So then Taint is obviously gone off. So it's going to be then Biddle, the next person then to set his last lap. And he just gets on the curb there, almost went off the track and would have invalidated, but he's gotten through okay. As he comes now up to the bus stop now. It's looking quite quick again, so I'll get the bus stop right though. Gets tight to the right and then back to the left. It's gone through there quite well, don't lose the back end. He goes towards the line, this could be pole, and it's not, it's just behind with a 43.0, but now coming now through is Silverside Boy. Silverside Boy takes pole at the moment. It's 42.8, what a lap from him. And now we have got Eagle coming through. Eagle now comes through. It's a 43.1. Mag user, can he take it off Silverside Boy? He does with a 42.4. What a fantastic lap that is there.
Lord, Mag user. Groundsy is coming along and he is 3.5 temps up. He's going to take P2. He does.
Oh, he does. Groundsy then gets P2 and denies Silverside Boy a front row start. But I have to say, what a qualifying from him. That's a fantastic qualifying to be P3 for him. He'll be delighted with that. So then, just waiting for Henkers to get in the pits, and then we'll have our classification up. But what an end to the qualifying.
Yeah,
Everyone
that
basically
was a
improved.
ridiculous session. Very, very, very solid all round from Tier 2. And somehow the drivers managed to get us on the edge of our seats with a guess for pole. We thought it was going to be Mag User, and ultimately it was, but it wasn't as easy as it seemed.
No, and as we see there then, that is the classified times up for you. Mag User takes pole for 42.4. What a lap that is. Groundsy in second, 42.6. And as we've just alliterated, Silverside Boy with a 42.8 puts himself into third. He'll be extremely proud with that. It's Biddle in fourth. He'll also be pleased with that qualifying. Is 43.0 into fourth position. Tank Delate took a spin on his last flying lap and starts fifth. Eagle sixth. Genuvain seventh. Henkers would have hoped to be further up there. He's slipping down a little bit in the standings. He's down in 8th.
Interesting,
and then
we've
Lemon
got
9th and Dobby Knox 10th.
in a European Xbox Racing League, we have 2 drivers from Barbados in the top 10 of Tier 2.
I somehow don't think Eagle's from Barbados.
No,
I might be wrong.
I know for a fact Eagle is from the Midlands, and Dobby No Kills is definitely not from Barbados.
So, just before the we go off,
It does look cloudy, I will say. it does seem like
Looking at,
it does seem like a 21% chance of rain job.
hmm,
Definitely. From what I've seen though, he's it's going to go drier as the session goes on. Already 2 drivers selecting the mediums. I'm going to stick on the race
yeah,
director and see what people go for. Obviously, the top 10 all going for the softs, but a number of drivers outside the top 10 selecting the mediums.
yeah. I was expecting the Ferraris being 11th from 12th to pick those mediums, and that's what they've done. Reese and Cruiser opting for the mediums at the moment. We've still got time, obviously, until we go racing, so more people could change. But the indication we're getting at the moment is that the top 10, obviously all on softs, but yeah, Josh Lemeister, Twins also going for the mediums, and then down the bottom as well, Pines and TJ also going for the mediums at the moment. I guess it all well, we found out yesterday in the Tier 1 race, but I guess it all really depends on if or when the safety car comes, really. Who's going to have the best strategy here?
Definitely prone to a safety car this track, as it looks like only 2 drivers out of the bottom 10 have gone for the softs. It looks like it's going to be the battle of the 10 soft runners versus the 10 medium runners.
Yeah, I really do think so, to be honest.
You got pork pie in your mouth, lad?
No, I was actually wiping my nose with a tissue.
Thing.
Yeah. Right, just quickly go through some of the messages in the chat before we get started. Lemon says he effed up the timing. That's why he didn't get a lap in. Yeah, unlucky for you, mate. Unfortunately, couldn't improve. Twins says Gary with 3 clapping emojis. Yeah, I have to agree there.
Nah, I'm pretty sure Gary's giving his dad the controller.
Oh, I think we have to give Gary some credit.
No, it's a cracking lap. It's his best qualifying performance in a long time, and hopefully would it's going to result in a decent race. But it's always tricky lap 1 at Spa, and yeah, anything can happen.
Yep, Silverside Boy in the chat says, I shouted so loud, all I'm going to say is I feel sorry for the people that you're in a party with then, because they would have not enjoyed that.
Yeah, I can't imagine that was very good on the final hot lap of Q3.
Yeah, maybe it was a tactic to put the others off. But anyway, enough with what's in the chat. Oh, I'm just going to get one more in this. Dedden says, Piggle fraud. There we go. So it was tell us news, not history, mate. Right then, we've got 22 laps coming up then around Spa-Francorchamps in this Tier 2 Grand Prix, Belgian Grand Prix, and should
we get some predictions in the chat for a podium? Give us a first, second and third, if you can, in the chat. Whilst we do the rundown, I guess I'll start us from P20.
Yeah, go on then, mate.
So it looks like, yeah, as we predicted, the bottom 10 all going for the mediums, other than Cruiser and Twins. But we have in P20, unfortunately, both P20 and P19 did crash in qualifying, so Gregors and Pines will be on the back row of the grid. Just in front on the 9th row, we have TJM and Croskery, both again on the mediums. Fish Sticks on the mediums, also in P16, but normally has very solid race pace and keeps the penalties low, so expect to see him up towards the front come the end of the race. Twins gambling on the softs, looking to get a good start and not get caught up in all the madness. Then you've got the 2 Aston Martins and 2 Ferraris, as we have disaster up front with Groundsy. But yeah, 2 Aston Martins going for the mediums, split strategies from the Ferraris on the mediums and the softs. And moving forward into the top 10, obviously starting the tyres that they qualified on in Q2, we have W No Kills and Lemming on the 5th row. Then Henkers, the first of our championship rivals, and the lowest qualifying of those 5, in 8th. In front is the returning from injury Johnny Vane, with a very solid effort for his first race back. Eagle, who we tipped to be up there come the end of qualifying, but just didn't have enough in the locker to get into the 42s. And then we have, rounding out the third row, is Taint Delate in the AlphaTauri, who's got his eyes set going forward on his championship rivals Biddle, Groundsy and Maguser. And then big shout out to Silverside Boy, obviously, for that P3 in qualifying. So with that disqualification, Groundsy's going to have some freezing cold tyres. Is that going to be enough to give Maguser the advantage going down into La Source? We will see in about 30 seconds time as they come round now to take their grid slots. And I'll pass you back to Monkey Boy for the race start.
Thank you for that, Zilla. Yeah, I really think here that Silverside Boy's got a great chance here of getting certainly into P2 with Grounds. You have those stone cold tyres now because of the fact that he's disqualified himself quickly in the chat. Then goes P1 Maguser, P2 Pines, he thinks, from 19th on the grid, could happen, and he thinks P3 is going to be Henkers. So as we're waiting now for the 5 lights to come on, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. FPR Tier 2 at Belgium. It's a long hold, but it's go now. And Maguser gets a good start off the line. How's Groundsy got away? I don't think he's got away too badly, but what a move there from Taint Delay, up from 5th on the grid, and he's into 2nd place. Centre up the inside of Silverside Boy, and he puts himself into 2nd. But as we go, Maguser's got a massive lead out of the Source. He's got a 2nd lead already, but it's him that leads. It's Taint Delay 2nd, Silverside Boy's 3rd. Groundsy does get a bad start. He's getting swamped now by Junu Vane, who's on his outside. As we come down the Kemmel Straight, he's also got Eagle behind him. These two going wheel to wheel now through Lacombe, and Vane holds it around the outside and loses it there. He's out. Oh no. Oh, what a start to the lap that was. That was brilliant. And
it's still carnage in the background. It's still carnage in the midfield.
Oh God, as we go then, and there's still battles going on. Lemon just got past Biddle. And what a lap this is. Now Cruiser's on the inside of Biddle as we go into Pouon. You don't want to go round there side by side. We've got Josh Lemeister battling with Reese as well, and now Twins goes past them both as well. This is too much to keep up with on this first lap.
Yeah.
This Tier 2 Belgian Grand Prix. What a start to the race. Oh, and Groundsy has spun it. Groundsy's off.
Oh, it's disaster. We talked about Lemming off the start. He's had a very good start. He's up 3 places, but also on the medium tyres, IFC Pines is up 7 positions, up into P12 already. Also, good start from the Ferraris. We've got Cruiser up 4, Twins up 7, and we'll talk about that dive bomb at turn 1 from Taint Delay. He made it stick, and that's crucial for his race as Maguser has already pulled a 1.3 second gap. We've seen this from him throughout the season so far. He manages to pull a gap. He manages to pull out the DRS. But what will happen come the end of the stint? Obviously, all these guys on the soft tyres. So it'll be interesting to see.
Sorry, Zil, I'm just going to butt in because Twins is on the inside of Biddle going up En Rouge. They're still side by side. He gets a penalty for his troubles. But they're just still
Reese is
holding it. Oh, and Reese on his first race is out, and it pulls the virtual safety car. Unlucky for him.
I think we're going to see the full safety car for that. Or maybe not. If it's not out by now, it probably won't be yet, so I think we're just staying virtual.
Well, just before that, Twins was going for a very dodgy move around Biddle at En Rouge.
I like it though from Twins, I like it.
Had to stay off the racing track, had to go off the track, and unfortunately got a penalty because of it. But I reckon if there wasn't a virtual, he would have maybe had another go going up the Kemmel Straight into Lacombe. But interestingly, Maguser still has 1.5 second advantage. Silverside Boy was in DRS range of Taint Delay, but it looks like now Taint Delay is now...
Might just be keeping it careful on the Delta. I know how easy it is to get a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car, and obviously we can't see when it's ending. So eventually it will just pop up green, and there it goes. We are green.
And there it goes. And I'll tell you what.
He's had an awesome restart.
Taint Delay was asleep there, and I think Maguser was asleep as well.
I think
now
I think it's Magusa that was asleep, as the gap has gone from 1.4 to half a second, and I think DRS is active this lap, so Magusa could be in trouble.
Oh, and Twins,
Oh
what's he
no.
done there?
Oh dear. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Pines
dear.
in the pits. We talked about Pines at his good start. He's in the box, and it's for a new front wing.
Yeah, we'll see what tyres he goes on to then. But here comes Magusa, Tank Delay and Silverside Boy all up En Rouge and Radion. Are we going to get DRS? We are. I think Tank Delay might be a bit too far back here though, 7/10. And Magusa is using that ERS to make sure that Tank doesn't get anywhere near him. Only gained about a 10th on that straight. But these three have got a bit of an advantage now because they're going to get pulled along by Magusa, and Silverside will get pulled along by Tank Delay, and Eagle's 1.7 behind. So unless he can get into a bit of a rhythm and start to try and catch Silverside Boy, these three could potentially start going away with this race in the early stages.
Yeah, Lemming here having a bit of trouble through the beginning of the second sector, and he's really starting to hold up Twins. Twins did try to have a look into No Name as Stiffmeister has gone round, unfortunately. He will look to rejoin swiftly though, but yeah, as I said, Lemming having a bit of difficulty as Twins go straight into the back of him. I'm not sure if there was wing damage there, but that was a big old collision.
Oh, I think there was.
Yeah.
He's going round that corner there very.
Yeah, he's in trouble as Twins. And consequently, Biddle, because he got caught behind Twins there, he's now going to be under attack from Joshua Meister. Joshua Meister did have to lift slightly as Biddle moved to the right down the straight. But I don't think Josh Lemeister is going to be close enough come the braking zone. He is on the medium tyres, and I believe Josh Lemeister is the highest of our medium runners.
He is, yeah, as we see Twins then pull into the pits. He's obviously got damage from hitting the back of Lemon. But we're going to go now back to the front because now Tank Delay is about another 10th and a half.
Yeah, it's not close enough though, I don't think.
Well, it will depend on what kind of run they get through out of En Rouge. And I don't think it's going to be
take a little look at the ERS, Monkey Boy. It looks like Silverside Boy's just playing it cool, and Lemming's out.
Lemming's gone off at En Rouge, and that might be a safety car.
Lemming's out. Lemming is out. That's a full safety car. Are we going to see the soft runners in for hards?
I think we will. I think you have to at this rate. 4 laps, I think. Yeah, I think you have to come in for hards. If it was a first lap one, then I could understand them staying out. But yeah, I think 4 laps you have to come in now. I think, to be quite honest, do we see the
medium runners stay out?
Yeah, I think we will. I think Josh Lemeister is going to stay out here and take the lead of the race. But I would expect to see everyone come in here. But what Biddle was going to want to do here. Oh, and Silverside Boy gets a penalty behind the safety car.
Oh, God. I'll tell you what. Tier 2 might be the best for close racing and how close they are on pace, but they are bloody awful at getting penalties. Lap 4, and we've got 5 drivers already with corner cutting pens. Twins is on a 10-second pen. I mean, normally Twins is notorious for getting a lot of penalties, but he's already on 13 seconds of pens on lap 4. So Magusa stays out.
I think that might be a mistake.
I think it is a mistake. Everyone else is in the box.
Yeah, everyone on softs is in the box. Literally everyone.
Is anyone double stacking? It doesn't. Have we got 10 different constructors in the pit lane at the minute?
I was literally just about to say that while they were going round, that I think Biddle here might try and slow up a bit so he didn't have to double stack, but he didn't have to in the end because Magusa decided to stay out.
Look at the people who have tried the mediums. Do we think mediums can go 17 laps?
I mean,
they can. I think they can, but it's gonna be difficult. Obviously, we've got Silverside Boy, Biddle, and Dobby No Kills and Groundsy going for the hards. Crosscurry's trying the softs. He's going to hope for another safety car late on. Magusa has thrown away a free pit stop. And now his nearest rival that has pitted is Taint Delay, and he's only P6.
I mean,
I think this is a mistake here
here
from Mag User.
Yeah, I don't know what Magus is thinking here, to be honest. The only, I mean, when you have the race, when you're actually driving the car and you come up with the race strategy, it normally says that the recommended time for the softs is 8 laps, and then the mediums is 14. So behind the safety car, they could potentially get to the end. I think what might be the thinking here with the guys that are on the new mediums is that if they have to go to the end, and screw it, they have to go to the end, they just have to really nurse the tyres, but they might be gambling on another safety car.
Yeah,
and
another
then
safety
they
car
might decide
will
to get another
benefit
set of softs.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, if the safety car is late on, Mag User... Oh my lord, Twins nearly went for a ride under the safety car. He's nearly had a big off there. He's joined the back of the queue.
Well, we'll be going around for another lap because Groundsy has not catched up to the back of the pack yet. In the chat, Higgle saying Biddle on a blinder strat. Well, I'll tell you who else is on that strat. It's Silverside Boy, and he is 4 places ahead of him. So he does have that unfortunate 3-second penalty that he's got. But I do think here, Zilla, that if there's no other safety car, potentially... Actually, no, I'm not going to say anything.
No, go on, curse him. Go on.
No, I'm not going to... No. He had a good quality. He had a good quality, to be fair. And
is he having a good race, would you say, Monkey Boy?
No.
Monkey Boy, would you say he's having a good race? Do you think he's on for a win?
He's having an awful race. He's having an awful race.
He's having a dirty stinker. Oh my, what is Joshua Meister? Has he got wing damage from that?
Let me have a look.
He's gone for it.
Well, I didn't actually...
He's gone to warm up his tyres, and he's had an absolute tank slap. The rear end of the car's smacked the wall. It doesn't, from visual, it doesn't look like he's got damage, but he clapped the wall.
Well, I think these guys need to be a bit more calm under the safety car. You said Twins almost went flying. Silverside Boy's got a penalty under the safety car. There's no need to be going mental, guys. You're behind the safety car. In the chat, Scotsman, good evening, gents. Good evening to you, Mr. Godfather. Come on, Cruiser. Hope you do well, buddy. Well, at the moment, he's running 12th, and he's on new medium, so potentially could be some good points for him. Reese apologising to Scotsman.
Yeah, Reese,
who he's
you should be absolutely ashamed, my friend.
Zilla, did you see that Genuvain just left?
Yeah. Well, there's
he's
not
out
much
of the race.
point in him back, mate.
Me.
He's dead last and in the wall.
Ignore me.
I'll invite him back, shall I? Rub the salt in the wounds.
Yeah. Let him know that he's dead last on the time graph.
Silverside Boy complaining about the stewards in the chat whilst he's supposed to be racing.
Gary, bloody hell. Get on your focused on your car rather than the bloody chat.
Scotsman's right.
Ooh.
Reese, mate.
Joshua Meister's left. This could potentially
God, I'm getting him in. But yeah, Reese, Scotsman's right. He definitely wouldn't have done anything. He likes to bin it on lap 1 most weeks.
Yeah, hopefully Josh Lamar can get back in quickly because he's running second.
I've never invited someone so fast in all my life. That was rapid. He's not going to get back in time, so this is going to cause trouble. TJM, from 18th on the grid, by the way, is sat in P3.
Well,
yeah, he's not boxed, but he's only 5 lap older tyres.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Well,
and look where Magus has gone.
He's gone so early, but
he's let the safety car go. And TJM up the inside of Joshua Meister, who I think's decent.
Oh, what a move!
What a move! I know it's his AI driving, but wait, what?
Oh, whoa!
Oh,
he can't,
no!
He can't overtake. He can't overtake before the line.
Oh no! Magus has absolutely frauded it.
TJ's had a stinker there. And Biddle's off. Oh, massive crash! Massive! Biddle off there, and somehow does not have any damage. And okay. I just got really excited for no reason. Because I literally was just like, oh, massive crash, and then he just literally was on the Kemble Straight. No, I was talking about Biddle. Right, so as we were on... Right, with Mag User... right, so basically... Yeah. I don't know what's happened there, literally. I was literally watching the middle of the pack, and we got another crash. Twins is off, and Gregor's. Oh, another safety car. We got another safety car. Oh my god. Right, now Mag User comes in. Right, okay, well, right. I would have thought so. No, Fishstick stays out. Josh Lemeister stays out. TJ stays out. None of them want the pit. Yeah, and I tell you what, now because there's now another safety car. Yeah, I hope so, but Gregors has got to get his wing changed. It's the only thing. He's only getting to the pits now. Well, anyway, like I was saying, so we come. First safety car ends. Mag User goes. Oh, Gregors has just left. I don't know if he's playing. Yeah. TJ goes for the move. He has to give it back. He's not past the finish line. And on my screen, Biddle just goes off. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and he can't overtake. Oh, they're saying they can't hear you, Zilla. So, I've just got a message in the chat from TS9, we can't hear Zilla. Maybe it's because, yeah, just... But anyway, for the people that are watching, yeah, Biddle goes off at the source, or loses the back end, gets smacked by someone, I don't know who it was. Yeah. But Biddle went and got smacked by someone on my screen anyway, at the source, right in the side of his car, like side pod kind of area, and then he was just on the Kemmel Straight. I don't know, this game's just... Well, TS9, if you're in the chat, can you now hear Zilla? I need to know. Right then, so Fishsticks is now the race leader at the moment, but on 7-lap-old, soon to be 8-lap-old mediums. I'm quite surprised these guys haven't pitted, because they're going to have to pit soon. And let me kick you from the party. Well, they're on the safety car. Sorry about this, guys. Just invite Mr. Zilla, and hopefully everything will be alright. So then, Fish Sticks going around in the lead.
If you can ask the chat if they can hear me now, that'd be great.
Yeah, you including your audio? Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely
you've got to do that, obviously.
I mean,
definitely included.
Have
Yeah.
they been able to hear me the whole stream, or is it?
Well, I hope so.
I'll cry if you'd be talking to yourself the entire stream.
DS9 now says yeah, so I assume they can hear you now.
Yeah, TS9, if you could just clarify what you're answering yet. Okay, Scott's want to answer. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, Scott's.
Right, lovely. Hopefully, safety car is in this lap.
I would have thought so. Everyone is really bunched up now.
Reese says he's winning. The only race you've won, mate, is the race to the early berth.
Yeah. The first guy to DNF it at En Rouge in the race.
Also, he's a Swansea fan, and they Nick Russell Martin, so he couldn't give a toss if he crashed.
I'm not mentioning that snake on this screen.
Exactly.
Right then, safety cars in this lap. I'm just going to...
So, do you think it's a mistake, these medium runners not coming in the box?
I mean, I do, because I think now... I don't think they'll be able to pull enough of a gap in the next sort of 5 laps.
11th. Matthews is on the freshest tyres. He's sat in P11 with how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people still to box in front of him.
Yeah.
So he's got some overtaking to do. He's got the likes of Cruiser, Biddle, Silverside Boy, Eagle, and Take the Lake, all more than likely going to the end.
Well, at the moment, yeah, if there's no other safety cars, Tank Delate's now favourite for this race and where he is at the moment. But Fish Sticks gets us back away then, and off he goes.
Josh
And Josh
Lemeister
right behind him. And is he going to have a go into the source? Is he going to send up the inside? He's not going to, but he might get a run down the hill towards En Rouge. And I think, you know, he's alongside him here, and he's got to make sure they leave room.
No.
Oh, this is tight. He left off.
Oh,
Oh.
no! Jesus! Take the Lake's going to get the run now because Josh Lemeister had to let it off.
Oh, this could potentially be...
Eagle on TJ as well. Eagle gets by, TJ just lets him through. That's probably the smart move.
And Taint Delight's gone round the outside. But Fish Sticks then holds the lead at the moment, but he's on 9-lap old mediums. Taint Delight's going to be all over these two in front. He goes a bit wide there at the hairpin. But Eagle now right behind Taint Delight. Now Eagle's in the running now for potential win of this race. I'd say they're probably, with a couple of safety cars, they're going to have to pit around lap 15, lap 16, and then have a good 6 laps on the softs, I would say.
Yeah, Reese don't slander Russell Martin. Yeah, well, just you wait till he snakes your club and all. Anyway, back at the front, we've got a 3/10. Oh, Cruiser's gone round.
Oh,
the Ferrari's in the
Cruiser's
mud.
off. Oh, and Pines.
Oh, I think Cruiser's come back on the track like a madman.
Oh, Take Delight's left possession. Take Delight's left possession.
Oh, no. That is not what you want.
Oh, I think this lobby is just not working tonight, really, is it? But as I say that, Josh Lemeister on the outside of Fish Sticks going into the bus stop. He goes round the outside. What a move there from Josh Lemeister. Puts him into first. They're saying, now you're crackling, Zilla, I'm afraid.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, it's all going wrong tonight. Josh Lemeister then into the lead, and Eagle's got past Tank Delay, but Tank Delay's not in control of his car, so unfortunately for him, he's going to drop now back behind Eagle. He's going to have to get back into the lobby quick so he can retake control of his car and try and put a move back up the inside of him potentially. TJ now though is getting the run on Tank Delay, and will he have a go at the edge straight? I don't think he'll risk it here.
Yeah, Taint Delay has rejoined the session, so we have to be careful when he really takes control of his car. Stiffmeister's going to look for a move around the outside of Silverside Boy, but loses the back end. Didn't quite have the tyre temperature and the tyre life to be able to make a move like that around the outside. But Silverside Boy up into P6, an effective P3 after the pit stops, and he is on hards.
Well, Josh Lemeister is putting a bit of a gap. I can't see how much that gap is because my intervals have gone off again. But
my intervals are off
Eagle
and all.
now, yeah. But Tank Delay now back in control of his car, is now coming back at Eagle, and they're both now coming up to Fish Sticks, who is on 5 lap older tyres and is dropping back quite a bit, it has to be said, from Josh Lemeister. How long he can hold it here, we'll wait and see, but I don't think he's going to have DRS on Josh Lemeister, which will mean he should probably get swamped by Eagle and Tank Delay as we go up towards En Rouge and Radion.
Yeah, TS9, if you could just let me know whether I'm still cracking. If I am, you're going to have to do it because I don't really know what to do. It's the classic Xbox Twitch chat, being lovely. But Mag User makes the move on Stiffmeister into the bus stop, and that is another position gained, and that is effective P4 now from Mag User. But he's still
Silver Sideboy lost the back end there.
Yeah, Mag User gets the move done, so that's effective P3 now for Mag User. Maybe with these fresher tyres as well, he's definitely going to be the favourite going towards the end of this race now, as he just needs to clear TJM.
Yeah, I'm going back up to the front because Eagle's going to have DRS on Fishsticks here. Fishsticks got nothing to defend with, and Eagle goes past into second place. And Fishsticks, it really looks like those tyres for him now are really starting to go off, and Tank Delay's going to be next to have a go at the Haas to try and get up into those podium places as it stands. But Josh Lemeister obviously will have to come in.
Yeah, the battle got a big old DRS train from Mag User in P5 all the way down to P15 with Cruiser. So it's very close throughout the field. There's a mixture of strategies as well. As Mag User is now on the back of Taint the Lake, who is also on the back of Fishsticks, and Taint the Lake needs to hurry up and get past Fishsticks now because the effective race leader Eagle is getting away, and he's already out of the DRS of Fishsticks and closing down Josh Lemeister in P1.
Yeah, you just say you're still crackling. I don't know what you want to do about it, if you just want to leave it or not. But
leave the party, you're going to join that.
Alright, okay mate, no worries. So then Taint Delay comes up to Fishsticks. As we go down to the bus stop, is he going to have a look? He goes one way, then the other, sends it down the inside. It's left space by Fishsticks, so they come round the left-hander and go on to lap 13 of the race. But Fishsticks seems to get a better run there, and Mag User got a fantastic run. Puts him up into 4th place, and now Mag User's going to have to be the next person to have a go at Fishsticks as we go down the straight and up into En Rouge and Radion. Don't know if he's going to get... Oh, we got a very good run there, and Fishsticks will have nothing to be able to defend here. Yeah, Mag User goes through into 3rd place, and there we go then. He's up into 3rd, and as we say that, IFC Pines puts in the fastest lap of the race with a 45.1 on new soft tyres. I do believe Zilla should be coming back in. Maybe I've got an invite only. Let me invite him. I do apologise for the issues we're having tonight. Right, there we go. Invited him back. Sorry about that. Henkers there picks up a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. So, yeah, ideally will not like that. Hello, matey. So then, Josh Lemeister is now coming up to lap 14. The question is, when are we going to see these medium runners now pit? I would think in the next 2 laps. I don't know about you, Zilla. Maybe they can make it last another couple. Oh, this train from TJ down is so tight. It's just... Yeah, he was inside Dobby Knox there, and he got Cross Kerry on his inside. He's got to be careful where if he's got a dodgy connection. And Pines at the top, and he's knocked him round. Cross Kerry getting the bad luck at the moment every week. And yeah, unfortunately for him, Twins has just come across a little bit too much, and he's knocked him round. Pines has decided to retire in the pits then. So then, we cross carries left. Especially this lobby tonight has been really bad. I do apologise for everyone that's being kicked out of it. But, yeah, cross carry now left as well. Hopefully we can get him back in quickly. Tank Delate then. Cross carry did. So then, Tank Delate. I don't know what's happened with Tank Delate, but he doesn't seem. He must have some damage, I think, because he's not keeping up with Mag User, and TJ, who is on 5 lap older tyres, is actually now starting to gain on him. So he must have a little bit of damage, because normally we would see Tank going away with Mag User. But yeah, TJ on 5 lap older tyres, managing to pull a gap. As Stiffmeister comes into the pits, he will now probably go onto the soft compound tyre. But we'll ride on board again with TJ, who has got Silverside Boy as well, all over the back of him. So as we go down now, when he lifted off there, did TJ. Don't think he's going to have a good run now, and if in fact anything, I think Silverside Boy's going to have a run on TJ. Alright, okay, well, I'll try my best to do what I can. Silverside Boy then puts it up the inside of TJ. Yes, mate. So then, Tank Delay really just. I can see he's got some damage, but he's definitely in the party in the game because he hasn't got the red cross. But yeah, I don't know. But Silverside Boy is now gaining on these 9 lap old hards. Okay, mate. Well, if you want to, you can try leaving one more time if you want. I can re-invite you. Or yeah, no worries, mate. Okay. Yeah, most probably bloody thing. Right then, Silverside Boy having a right go now at Tank Delay. He's going to look towards he's on the grass there as he goes towards the inside, goes around the outside, and what a move it is there from Silverside Boy, round the outside of Tank Delay for 4th place, now 3rd place. What a move there. And yeah, Joshua Meister into the pits now, goes out onto the soft tyre. So I don't know where he's going to come out. I think it's going to be around 11th, so he'll now try to get back after Gregors. But Tank Delate now, will he come back at Silverside Boy? He's got the DRS here, and I don't think it's going to be enough. He looks to one side, no, and he can't get in there. But go round now towards the hairpin. Yeah. Right then, as we go now to the front, Mag User is now on the back of the race leader at the moment, which is Eagle, and I think it's a matter of time before Mag User gets past, because he is on 3 lap newer medium. So as Stiffmeister gets a 3-second penalty there, as he comes now through sector 2. Yeah, I think only a matter of time really, but it's coming now up towards the end of the lap and now into the bus stop. And then will he have a go into the bus stop? He won't. He's just probably waiting for that DRS. He gets a bit wide coming out of the bus stop. But there we go, the intervals are back up again. And he's done two tenths behind, so we'll stay with these two for now. Tank Delay still 4 tenths off Silverside Boy, so he could potentially have another go up En Rouge as well. But here we go then, Mag User on Eagle coming up, and Mag User, oh, he almost loses it, and manages to keep it from going in the wall, but I tell you what, that was very close to lights out for Magusa, and it could have been another DNF, but he held it well. But he's now got to have another lap, it looks. Yeah, he's got to have another lap now, sorry, to have another go at Eagle. He doesn't want to get too feisty though, because we know how easy it is to spin around at En Rouge. But as I say, that Henkers now is on the back of Taint de Late. Taint de Late must have a bit of damage. He wouldn't normally be dragging behind like this, but maybe he's just not liking the track, I don't know. But at the moment, the thing is, Silverside Boy is going to drop down because he's got that penalty anyway. So at the moment, it's still Taint de Late that's going to be third as it stands. Henkers with 3 seconds of penalties. I'm just going down the penalties quickly now. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go back to the front because Magusa's now on the back of Eagle again. Is he going to have a go this time into the bus stop? He pulls out to the inside, outbreaks him. It's a fantastic move there from Magusa, and he puts himself into first position of the race as we go on to lap 18. He's got 4 laps to hold it. Will Eagle have a go as we go now down the hill? Is he going to be able to keep the DRS? He gets on the ERS a little bit, and he's only 5/10, so could possibly still have another go, but Magusa has got that extra ERS. He's got 67% worth of ERS to Eagle's only 27. But okay, so Magusa and Eagle both on 1 warning, I've been told, and Taint de Late is on 2 warnings, so 1 more mistake from Taint de Late and that will be 3 seconds for him, but the 2 in front have got 2 more chances, or 1 more chance to go wide without getting a penalty. I do think now though that Eagle is probably going to start dropping back as his tyres are old and bring up those tyre lives again. Yeah, he's got 12 lap old mediums to Magusa's 9, and I think soon we've got Biddle and we've got TJ there, both at the same time getting 3-second penalties. I do think in the next lap or so there won't be any more time for a safety car, so if an incident's going to happen, it's got to be now. But at the moment it looks definitely like, with the gap that they've got, that it's going to be Magusa and Eagle 1-2 as it stands. Taint de Late in third. Just before we had that battle last lap with Magusa, I was saying about the penalties. So yeah, Silverside Boy with 3 seconds, Henkers with 3 seconds, Twins with 21 seconds, and Dominox and Biddle with 6 seconds. As I say, that Henkers now on the outside of the bus stop trying to get past Taint de Late. As he goes round the outside, what a move it is, but he comes back now, gets the switch back to Taint de Late, but can't keep the back end altogether, and unfortunately that drops him down to 5th place now. If he keeps within the gap to Silverside Boy, he will still at the moment grab that 3rd position, but Silverside Boy will just be hoping that he can pull away a little bit, because he is on those hard tyres, and they should come into a bit more of a better life as we get towards the last couple of laps. But as I say, that Henkers has now made a mistake going up En Rouge, and Taint de Late's got a good run here, but he's got no ERS, only 3% ERS, and he can't find a way past. Going back a bit further down, Josh Lemeister on the inside of Biddle, and we forget that Josh Lemeister is on fresher softs, so he loses out there. Does Biddle, and he goes down to 9th place. Josh Lemeister now, if he can try and get past this pack, could potentially, even himself could be still in it for a podium. It all depends on how fast, I should say, he can get rid or get past the cars that are in front of him. Currently sits in 8th with no penalties, so he will go up at the moment, I believe, to around 6th as it stands. But he's got to keep with it, but he's on the fresh softs, and he shouldn't go off just yet. Twins is sliding all over the place in front of him, and gets a little bit unstable. Josh Lemeister now using his ERS, no DRS coming up here, but he'll have a go as usual down towards En Rouge. Gonna now go on board with Henkers, because Henkers is now 5 tenths off Silverside Boy. Realistically, Silverside Boy should have a bit more life in his tyres because he's got hards on. But Henkers now has DRS as we go down the main straight, and into La Source we go then. Gets a bit loose on the back end there, does Silverside Boy. And if Henkers takes him here, this will be for position because they've both got 3 seconds worth of penalties. So Zagar Pen Rouge, Henkers on Silverside Boy's gone wide, they all have to lift off. And Henkers gets on the ERS now. DRS is open. Silverside Boy's light is flashing, so he's only got minimal ERS. And Henkers makes the move easily round the outside of the Kemmel Straight and into Le Calme. Henkers now takes third position. And at the moment, the gap to him and Taint Delay is about 1.7 seconds. So as it stands with 2 laps to go, Taint Delay is still going to take third position back. He goes a bit wide there at the hairpin. Does Taint Delay. Josh Lemeister is now past Twins and he's past Dobby Knox and he's into 6th place. And now Josh Lemeister will be trying his hardest to try and dismantle with Taint Delay. And then he can get after the 2 in front of him with Henkers and Silverside Boy, providing he keeps it clean for the rest of the race. He will go up, if he starts gaining, in the last couple of laps, he will get that 3rd place anyway. But as we go now then to end of Sector 2, Eagle gets a 3-second penalty, and that really now puts any chance of him winning this race, unless Mag User spins it somewhere, out of the question. Josh Lemeister there goes round the outside of Taint Delay, gets himself into 5th place, and now as it stands currently sits 2.5 seconds behind Henkers, and that means that at the moment he will take 3rd place and that last podium position. Taint Delay is into the pits. I'm not sure why is he going to retire the car. We're just going to come in for some softs. I don't see why, because he's not going to finish in the top 10. So even if he gets the fastest lap, he will not take the point that you get for it. But, yeah, looks like I think he was getting his wing changed as well there. Brownsy into the pits again. I wonder why he's in the pits. If anyone in the Twitch chat can tell if we can hear Zilla now. I'm starting to run out of breath, but I'm doing my best here as a solo comps. Mag User then only a second now, so maybe he's laying off a bit, knowing that Eagle's got 3 seconds worth of penalties. That could be potentially why. But as the battle now is further down in 3rd, 4th and 5th, Henkers now 7/10 ahead of Silverside Boy, so Silverside Boy will still have the DRS as it stands. But Josh Lemeister is coming up right behind them, and he knows now, does Josh Lemeister, he doesn't have to do anything silly here, because he will, providing he keeps it on the track, will overtake these 2 on penalties, so he can just sit behind Silverside Boy and still claim the podium place. He won't want to do anything silly in the final laps. A bit further down we've got Twins having a go at Dobby Knox, but Twins has got too many penalties to even consider really having any points. But they're still going to go at it. Side by side, any contact? There's no contact. It's a good move, to be fair, there from Twins. But Dobby knocks out, does him on the brakes. Well, no, he doesn't. No. Twins outbrakes a little bit more as well. And still going around. Twins makes the move there. But now Biddle will have a run. Oh, and Biddle doesn't know where to go. Oh, and there's a bit early braking there from Twins. And yeah, it's going to get interesting, but I'm going to quickly go back up. To Josh Lemeister, who's now going to have the DRS on Silverside Boy. Silverside Boy will have DRS on Henkers, but I think Josh Lemeister's going to make this move stick. Yeah, Silverside Boy has to settle for 5th at the moment. And oh, Biddle, he's done it. What a move it is from Biddle to overtakes both of them into Le Calme. Let's just look at the penalties. Biddle's got 6 seconds, and yeah, so he will definitely now keep that 6th place. I'm not entirely sure what Twins is doing at the moment. He's on 24 seconds of penalties. Josh Lemeister going for the move on Henkers there. He doesn't need to go for the move. He doesn't want to do anything stupid here. He just wants to keep it behind him. very true, actually. Yeah, I mean, he could get second. Yeah, I didn't actually realise that. So he could potentially get second. Yeah, I didn't actually realise that. But here he comes again. He's going to be the race winner once again. Our championship leader, Mag User. What a drive it's been. He got a bit lucky with the second safety car. We thought he made the wrong decision. He takes the win. Eagle at the moment is second. Is Josh Lemaister going to take second place? Oh, and okay, we'll have to see on the. I'm not entirely sure. Twins now is in the pits. Okay, right. Well, I think we'll have to check a lot of these times after the race because I'm not entirely sure if all of them are correct with the lobby that we've had tonight. But it was Mag User that took the win. I'm not entirely sure if it was Eagle or Josh Lemaister second, but I know that those two were... Yeah, I'll get them both in. It was definitely Mag User first, and then either Josh Lemaister or Eagle second and third. But I don't know. Silverside Boy's saying Josh got P4, he's desynced. So yeah, this lobby hasn't been the best tonight, guys. All that we can do is really apologise for all the people that we've had leaving and all the issues we've had. But it is Mag User that takes the win today at Spa, and like I said, as he came across the line, it was I thought we made a bit of a wrong decision on that first safety car, but it proved in the end that he got a second one, and he did make the right call in the end, and he takes the win, another 25 points to put himself onto 163 now it is, and he puts himself even further ahead of his championship rivals. So there's your classified result. It's Mag User first on our screen anyway. I would hope he's the race winner. Eagle is second at the moment. I believe Josh Lemaister will be in that top three, I think, on our screen anyway. But I'm getting reports in the chat that he's actually P4, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Henkers on here is third, Silverside Boy fourth, Stiffmeister sixth, only had 3 seconds of penalty, so came up. Biddle 7th, Gregors in the end gets 8th, hasn't really talked about in the whole race, but he got 8th in the end. Cruiser 9th, gets 2 points for Ferrari, and Fishsticks in 10th for Haas, gets the last point. If we'd be able to invite those three into the party, Zilla, if that's alright. Yeah, that's fine, I'll do that, don't worry. Yeah, so if we can get Josh, I'm just... Yeah. I think it's Josh Lemaister in third. Yeah. So we've got Mag User into the party. Just a prior warning, lads, we've had a few issues with the party tonight. No one's been able to hear Zilla. So just include your audio. If the viewers can hear you, great. If they can't, then that's fine. We'll just do interviews just in case we can hear you. Yeah, if we can get them in. Right. If you can just include your audio, boys. I'd just like to ask, because I'd love to ask Eagle actually now he's here. We had quite a few issues tonight with, I think, desyncing and all sorts. Were you P2 in the end?
I'm not sure.
Eagle?
I'm not sure if I was P2 or if Josh would have jumped me, because I don't know. Last time I saw it, he was 3.2 seconds behind. But then it went down to 3 seconds.
Right.
So I don't know how he got on the last corner. So I don't know if I'm second or third.
I think in the final like few corners he was around 2 point. It was around 3, so I'm not too sure. But we have to look at the footage back, and we're going to have to judge who gets P2 and P3.
Yeah.
Joshua isn't here with us yet, so I'll just get on then with the interviews. Zilla is in the party, guys, but apparently no one's been able to hear him for half the race, so I will be asking the questions tonight. So we'll move on first of all then to P2 in the party, obviously, is Eagle. First of all, congratulations on another podium. Whether it's P2 or P3, we will find out, obviously, after the race. But regardless, a good race from yourself. Good qualifying, especially in Q2. You set that good lap. I think it was P2 it put you in Q2, I believe.
Yeah.
But P3 in qualifying 3, were you hoping for a little bit higher up, or were you satisfied with the qualifying performance today?
I wanted to get top 5, but 6 was all right. I couldn't really go much faster. I think my best time, I'll probably knock a 10th, maybe 2 off of what I did, which is a 43.1, was it? So I might be able to get a 42.9, but nothing quicker than that. So I wasn't going to be anywhere near the top 3. So yeah, fairly happy with 6th place to start the race.
Okay, and then obviously you were starting on the softs for the race.
Yeah.
And that early safety car. I guess it came kind of at the right time, really, to just jump in and get those mediums on. Were you thinking at first that they were going to last the whole race? I guess that other safety car helped you out with the life of them.
Well, when I first went in, I thought they might last the whole race, but they probably won't. But there's bound to be another safety car later on, so maybe I could switch to softs at the end of the race. But like I said, there was another safety car, or 2 possibly. Was there 2 more afterwards? I don't know. But
I can't remember actually.
Yeah, so it did save a lot of life in the tyres. So just about managed to get them to them. They were pretty rubbish by the end. I think they'd just gone into the mid 70s, or the one tyre I had in the front left on the last lap. So
yeah,
they wouldn't have gone much further.
And obviously going into the latter stage of the race, you were obviously leading the race for a few laps until Maggie's with slightly newer tyres came along and overtook you for the lead.
Yeah, it's not just the newer tyres, he's quicker than me. I was talking to Fish in my party, it's only about a time before he catches up and goes past. I was just hoping I could stick with him a bit longer to stay in the DRS for a few laps, but I fell out of it. I think I got 1 lap behind him and then he was gone out of it. So I just kept looking behind me because I knew at the time Silverside Boy was behind me and I knew he was on hards, which would probably be better towards the end. But he had that 3-second penalty, so I knew that would be my buffer. And then I stupidly went and got one myself.
Yeah, no, we saw that, and I guess you probably didn't realise at the time because he came right up through the field in the latter stages. But Josh Lemeister was coming through on those new softs.
I didn't notice until that final straight as you come up towards the last corner that he was like just about 3 seconds, and then it like dipped to like 2.9 or whatever it was, and then I thought, oh shit. I had a really bad last corner as well, so that probably didn't help.
Oh, did you? That might have really did it. Well, regardless, it's a good race again from yourself. You're on the podium again. Like I said, whether it's P2 or P3, we'll soon to find out. Yeah. But congratulations on the podium.
Cheers.
We're at Holland next week, I believe. Yep, Zandvoort.
Yes.
What are your opinions around there?
It's a track that I've hardly ever raced recently because of one reason or another. But I did one race a few weeks ago. So yeah, it's not my favourite track in the world, but it's not a bad one. I don't dislike it, so I'll be hoping for more of the same, really. Top 5 between 5th and 10th to qualify, and then see if I can stay clean and maybe jump a few people that don't or crash.
Yeah, well, we hope for that for you next week then, mate. But once again, congratulations on the podium this week. Good drive from yourself.
Congrats to Magus as well done, mate.
Thank you. Yeah, we now move on to our race winner and our championship leader as well, who's extended his lead at the front of the standings. He's now on 163 points. It's Mag User, the race winner, and I'm going to start by saying, what a lap in Q3, a 42.4. We knew you were quick. I don't think we knew you were that quick.
Yeah, it was a bit of a push lap. I nearly got out in Q2, so I had to make it count in Q2. So it was just push until I could try and get close to my TT time, but I didn't get there. But it was a good lap.
Yeah, no, we were thinking that at the time. We were thinking, he's only gonna have one chance. There's only if a little mistake in the invalidation, that's him out in Q2, but you held your nerve, and it was a great lap in Q2, and then obviously the pole lap in Q3 was fantastic. Moving on to the race then, and obviously we had that early safety car, and I'm going to be honest, me and Zilla in the comms box, when we saw you go past the pits, we thought you really made a bad decision there. Was that always your intention to stay out?
When I got the safety car to come out, I was looking at coming in for the hards because obviously make it go the distance, but
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to go into the medium, so that was the kind of thought process behind not going in.
Right.
So it was just trying to eke out the softs and hope that they don't fall off a cliff before I get to the pit stage, and luckily another safety car came out when I needed it.
Yeah, well, I mean, because we definitely thought, I don't know if this is going to work here. Yeah, like you say, luckily for you, you got another safety car, which helped aid you to get you a bit further up the field, and then you obviously came back through with the fresher tyres into the lead. One thing that helped you with that is on the first restart, I think we had a couple of drivers jostling for position before the finish line. So they had to slow right down to give the place back, and that gave you about 4 seconds advantage just like that.
Yeah, I did notice when the restart happened, there was a cluster of cars sitting in turn one, so I tried to just dump the ERS and hope for the best.
And can I also just ask, obviously another race with no pens for yourself. Did you have any warnings?
I had one warning towards the end. I don't know what corner it was. I don't know, but I got one, but only one.
Okay, it's a pretty clean race for yourself. You could afford to make another mistake and not get a time penalty, so well done there. So you go further ahead in the championship now. I'm not sure how many points you're ahead now or who's second after work out afterwards, but you're in a really good bout of form at the moment. A lot of wins and points coming your way. Next week we're at Zandvoort in Holland, and how do you like that track? Do you think you're going to go well around there as well?
It's a very hard track to overtake on, so it's going to be difficult. So you're probably going to have to work for pole on that one. But it's an okay track for me. It's one of the maybe tracks that I might be good at.
Alright, well, we'll wait and see next week, but once again, congratulations on another win tonight. It's another win for the Red Bull team as well, along with the points that Biddle got down where he finished. So another good day for the Red Bulls and for Mag User, who extends his lead at the top of the standings. And all it leaves me now to say is that once again, we apologise for the issues we've had tonight in the lobby and with the sound, with the audio with Zilla. Unfortunately, he's been silent for a good part of the last half an hour, 40 minutes of the stream. But hopefully we won't have any more issues, I should say, going forward. But I also want to say that please join us on Sunday this week. Normally we have our F2, I should say, F2 Championship fortnightly, but because we've got the Miami Grand Prix on the 8th of May, we're having it this week we don't clash. So we're around. So we are around Silverstone in the F2 Championship round 3, and you can watch that on Sunday night. At 8 PM, normal time that we start. I don't know yet who's going to be on the comms, I can't confirm, but hopefully we'll be in for another good race, couple of races I should say, sprint and feature on Sunday, give you some more good entertainment to watch, and then we'll be back with the F1 season next Wednesday when we're racing around Zandvoort on the Wednesday in Tier 3. I'm just quickly seeing from Silverside Boy who's the driver of the day. Yep, he's reminded me the driver of the day. I think, well, Zilla is going for Josh. I think, yeah, Zilla is going for Josh Lemeister, and I think, yeah, going on that basis, I think I kind of have to agree that he's had quite a bad quali, but he's come up to get on the podium. So today's driver of the day from me and Zilla is Josh Lemeister. So well done to him. And all it leaves now me to say is thank you for tuning in tonight. Good night, and we will see you again on Sunday for the F2 Championship.